Do you ever wish you could save a little money on your gardening habit? Well, today we'll learn 7 tips that can help you score amazing deals on plants and garden supplies. Because if you're like me, you know that maintaining a garden can be expensive. But by shopping smart, you can keep your garden looking great without breaking the bank. So let's dive in, and as a bonus, I'll share my 8-point checklist for buying plants. Tip number 1, know your needs. Make a wish list before you go. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a sale and end up buying more than you can use. Number 2, timing is key. Try to shop at the beginning of the season and at the end. Now, in my experience, you can save money at the beginning of the season as well as at the end. I found garden centers willing to sell seedlings in bulk before they transplant them into 6-pack containers or those 4-inch pots. Now, maybe they sowed too many seeds? I don't know, but I remember scoring a bunch of lobelia seedlings simply by asking. As for the end of the season, this is typically late summer or early fall, when garden centers are eager to clear out inventory of everything from seeds to wheelbarrows. Number 3, inspect plants carefully. You want to look for healthy plants with strong roots. Inspecting plants before you buy them ensures that you take home healthy, pest-free beauties that will thrive in your garden, saving you time and headaches later on. So here's an 8-point checklist to help you decide which plants to take home and which to leave behind. By following this checklist, you'll be able to choose healthy plants that will thrive in your garden and avoid bringing home plants that might harm or infect your soil or other plants. First tip is droopy leaves. Now, leaves that are drooping, wilting, or actually falling off can indicate 3 things: underwatering, overwatering, or root issues. Number 2, leaf color cues. In other words, yellow or brown leaves can be red flags for nutrient deficiencies, pests, or diseases. Number 3, spot the trouble. Dark or light spots on leaves can be signs of fungal or bacterial infections. 4, size matters. If the plant appears smaller than the others in the same tray or the collection, it might be struggling to grow. Check the roots. Which takes us to number 5. Roots don't lie. Gently remove the plant from its pot to check for healthy white roots. Dark, mushy, or foul-smelling roots can indicate root rot. Now, the seedling on the left, you can see the soil is fairly wet and damp and moist, and it actually had kind of a smell to it. There's very few white roots. In fact, most of them are brown, gray, or black. Now, on the right, the roots are white, which is good, but they're spiraling around inside the pot. Now, many sources will tell you in this case to cut through the roots or rip them open with your fingers or, open up the bottom of that root ball. I don't do any of this. I simply transplant the seedling into healthy soil and let it expand on its own. Number 6, got pests? Look for visible pests like aphids, spider mites, or whiteflies, and check for signs of their presence, such as webbing, fine spider webs, or sticky residue. Inspect stems, new growth, under the leaves, and on top of the soil. Number 7, check for mold. Powdery or moldy residue, which is usually a light gray or white, can indicate mildew or mold, which can severely affect the plant's health. Number 8, What's new? As in lack of new growth? Look for signs of new growth because a healthy plant should show signs of budding leaves or flowers. Okay, on to tip number 4. Check for discounts on supplies as well. It's a great time to stock up. Garden centers, now we're talking brick and mortar stores as well as online stores, will often discount things like pots, tools, and other supplies during closeout sales. So be sure to ask. Don't be shy. As in number 5, ask about warranties, especially for shrubs, trees, and specialty plants. Yes, some garden centers offer warranties on plants, but be sure to check to see if the warranties apply to the sale items. Number 6, plan for storage. If you're buying plants, bulbs, perennials, or shrubs that need to be stored for planting later, say overwintering until spring, make sure you have a proper place set up with the right conditions. For example, light, humidity, temperature, and air circulation. If not, you might want to bite the bullet and purchase the plants later, or find a friend who can store them for you. And finally, tip number 7, negotiate. Don't be afraid to ask for further discounts, especially if you're buying plants or supplies in bulk. So if you're buying materials that are packed in bags, such as compost, mulch, or potting soil, look for bags that are torn or ripped open. Stores will often give deep discounts to simply get these off their hands. So thanks for joining me. I hope these 7 tips help you score amazing deals on plants and supplies. Remember, timing is everything, so aim for those beginning and end of season sales. Always inspect plants carefully and check for discounts on supplies to stock up on those essentials. Don't forget to ask about warranties and plan for proper storage if you're buying ahead for next season. Remember, negotiating can save you even more, and making a list will keep you from overspending. If you found these tips helpful, give me a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your own experiences with garden sales. So drop me a comment below, and that way we can all benefit. Meanwhile, happy gardening. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.